I recently picked up a Thermal Master P1 thermal camera that fits right on my phone for 125 bucks. And I thought I'd do a little review of it here and let you see how impressive this little camera is. Here, for example, I'm holding my hand on a block of wood, and when I pull it away, you can see even the small amount of heat that just transferred from my hand to the wood is glowing. Now what you're looking at here is a resistor. I'm pushing about 10 milliamperes through it, which is a very small amount of current, as you know. And you can see even with 10 milliamperes, it's doing a pretty good job of lighting up there. You can even see a little bit of the heat gets transferred onto my finger when I pull it away. Well, one of the first things I had in mind when I bought this camera is maybe it'll be easier to do some electronic troubleshooting. And I ran into a little bit of a challenge here, but I found a nice workaround. Here, for example, I'm looking at a circuit board. You can see it's kind of hard to see the components on it. But the workaround I found is just to heat the board up a little. Take your heat gun or heater, whatever you happen to use, warm it up and watch the difference. In fact, look at that one there, just from heating it up a little bit there. Look at how much more detail shows up just by heating it up. Just to give you a reference, there's my finger there. There's some pretty small components here that are showing up halfway decent. There's a fuse right there. Let me warm the top side of the board up as well so you get an idea. Now it's a little more obvious that you're looking at a fuse, right? Anyway, I've been having an awful lot of fun with it as well. In fact, I take the heat gun here, point the camera at myself here. Let's see what I look like with a little heat on my face. Right now my nose is probably purple because it's been kind of cold outside. But let's see when I warm up my face here. How about we run this heater across the counter here? There you go. Just that quick run with the heat gun, it does that. Now I know a lot of different industries use these. I heard that they can be used to check circuit panels that might be overheating. Although I think in a lot of cases you really have to know what normal looks like before you can assume a component's bad just because it's running hot, because a lot of components do run hot. But well, the other thing I was going to say about this, you can't look through windows. Where I get a little bit of a signature through a window, not a lot. But like if I take a magnifying glass here, and I was thinking maybe I could use it to magnify some things, it won't work because basically it blocks the heat signature from showing up. Let's see if I take this heat gun here, put my magnifying glass. No, yeah, not really. Now it's been especially interesting going outside with this just to see all the different things you can see on the outside. And I think it's interesting to look at cars when they pull up. Their motors, like here for example, here's a FedEx truck just pulled up. Look at how much warmer the front wheels are. The guy's probably going to wonder, what's this guy doing out here, right? Look at the front wheel there running warm. Now, same with when you look out in traffic here as well. You can usually see a difference between the front wheel and the rear wheel of a car. Although, hey, how you doing? Oh, he probably thinks I'm a robber or something. You never know nowadays. Anyway, I'll show you this car here. Oh, here we got another one. Let's see. Let's see if I can get a car over here. There we go, look at that. The front of the building's glowing a little bit, but when you look inside the shop, again, the glass is, you can see my reflection in the glass, but you can't see a whole lot from the, unless I open the door here, see? Yeah, not good for looking through glass. But you can still see a house giving off a little heat, so you can tell if the heat's on. Anyway, so I guess that's basically it. Oh, one thing I was going to say, I noticed trees have an interesting glow to them, and I don't know what that's all about, because trees don't grow any warm, don't tend to be any warmer as far as I can tell, but they sure give off a glow, and so do manhole covers. There's a vehicle right there. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Hope you find this useful. I wouldn't mind trying the P3, but I think it was about 300 bucks. And maybe in the future. But right now I think I'll settle for the P1. Thermal Master P1. There you have it. I'm blowing this on a piece of metal. Piece of wood. All right, stop the video.